So glad to be here with you today. What are we doing? We're manifesting. Monday manifestation. Let's go. Episode 44. 44. Isn't that awesome? Woo! Come on, let's go. Monday manifestation. Right. We need that. We need the pep talk. The relatable struggle. That's what we all need to hear about, what we're all going through. Today we're going to be deprogramming bad habits. Right now I'm feeling on my pure copper marble sculpture, and it's like healing. It feels good. I'm glad I brought my little dolphins into the scene today. So we are getting rid of bad habits and converting them into high performance strategies. Let's go! Woo! Right when I said that, it went from 1 to 5 people. Thanks for being here. Let's manifest this, shall we? We must manifest things in our life. First of all, we envision them first, don't we? When we want something, we envision it. And then we visualize it. And then we speak it into truth. And then we walk the walk, the manifestation walk. We walk it. Whether you're an office executive, a freelancer, a creator, a gardener, creators or gardeners, office executive, CEO, leader. Do you wake up and seem to lose 40 minutes endless scrolling or reading or some type of habit that you waste time on? Okay. Well, I want to let you know it's not necessarily wasting time. Okay. Because we go into like a flow state when we are doing what we do, which is wake up in the morning. And I don't recommend doing that the first thing, and I'll tell you why. Because we want to have optimal performance on whatever we're doing. Like if we're going to do something or we're going to promise somebody that we're going to do a job, then we're going to do it right. And so we want our energy to be high frequency. And that is why I think that when you wake up, you should reset your intentions and focus on what it is you're doing for that day, because you may be involved in several different projects and may have several different hobbies and may have different jobs and different careers. But the best thing and the way to go about resetting, reprogramming, deprogramming old habits. My phone is already telling me that the battery is low. So let me get this. That way we don't have to, because it also might affect the, let me plug this in. Hey, sometimes it affects the bandwidth speed. And I could read your comment. Charlene, thank you. Charlene, let's shout out for Charlene, Monday manifestation. Charlene, have you been manifesting good health and true north directions? Are you manifesting good health? Dunks 19, how are you? Let's go! Woo! Dunks, how are you doing in your life? Are you manifesting everything that you desire? Zaneba, hello. True North, yes. True North says, yes, she is manifesting good health and all the things that she desires. Okay, so when we talk about deprogramming bad habits, we are referring to recognizing bad habits and then associating with them by saying, hey, I see you. I see that you're a bad habit. And I want to correct you because I notice that nothing goes right when this bad habit happens. And so I want to correct the bad habit. And so you face on, you're dealing with the bad habit. You're dealing with getting tattoos as bad habits. Well, JK, anything that is a bad to you, like a bad habit to you, isn't necessarily a bad habit to me. So we all have our own bad habits. And so I'm not thinking about my tattoos because to me, I didn't think that was a habit. I got several, like 4 at least. And they were enjoyable, and I'm glad I have them because they tell like a story. They're art. They tell where I have been. So what I'm referring to is a bad habit, like something that I recognize as a bad habit, something that I could be doing something better instead. I would be replacing the bad habit by reprogramming, first deprogramming, separating yourself from the habit and recognizing it, right? And then separating yourself from the habit, okay? And so the best way to do that is to attack it in the morning. And you may be thinking right now, oh God, yeah, I do have this bad habit. Everybody has 1 or 2. And you may go a while without having any, but then you will get 1 or 2. It's just human nature. And so, because nobody's perfect and we strive to be perfect, and that's good. The fact that we keep working on bad habits is good, because if we had all our bad habits at once without like eliminating some of them, then we would literally just crash out. So the fact that we're able to recognize the habit and then get rid of it by replacing it. See, a lot of people don't know how to get rid of things. You know how like you're learning how to quit smoking and then you have to have some other thing, like either a patch or you have to suck on some kind of like sugar lozenge or something to replace the smoking. It's not just a habit, it's a desire, it's a addiction, you know. So habits can be addictions, definitely. All right. Now, once you recognize it though, you know, and now you're facing it. So put your shoulders back and relax and take a deep breath. And then hold it. So what you want to do is you want to like focus on the bad habit, even though you hate it, you want it gone, you don't want it in your life anymore. So let the air out because you're holding the air. You're doing that at least once. Tygon, why don't you come over and say hi, kitty? Kitten, come on. If she comes over here, I'll pick her up. Hi, you want to say hi to you too? Hello, Tony. How are you? Shanti. You scroll too long. Let's take each sentence. Scroll too long. What is too long to you? Because you are obviously enjoying. How would you have found this relatable channel if you hadn't been scrolling? And so what is too long for you? And are you doing it at the right times? Your next sentence, sit too long. Yeah, definitely whatever's too long for you, it feels like your legs are cramping or you feel like you want to circulate your body, definitely go for a little walk. And then that even could include going to the kitchen and getting a drink of water. Mindful eating. Yes, absolutely. Not eating too much and eating the right foods, having a balanced diet. Last night I made a gorgeous salad for my mom on Mother's Day. And what did we have? Oh yeah, I grilled some onions and I cut them kind of big, like little square triangles. Actually little triangles. And I served that with a burger. So I grilled it like meat. I made it more well done than I normally like it, but it was still kind of pink inside. It was freaking beautiful. It was a great, and a corn on the cob and, you know, rolled in some butter, but not too much butter, not too much salt, just enough. Oh, and I need to go get some more corn on the cob. Yeah, definitely. Because I want a fresher one. That one was okay, but I'm going to go back and and actually I'm going to show you the corn on the cob video. It'll be sort of like a mukbang because I'm serious about my corn on the cob. So, okay, back to deprogramming. So you always hear the word reprogramming, and the word deprogramming it's interesting in the way where it actually helps you with the reprogramming, you know? It shows you how to reprogram, because first, like, you have to wash, like if you're washing down the driveway or the garage, first you wash out all the dirt, right? And so your bad habit or the things that you don't like about yourself could be washing out the dirt first. So that would be the deprogramming, like getting rid of like toxic thoughts and just learning to forgive people, and like, just, if you can't forgive them, just sweep it away, sweep out the old cobwebs and bring in the new, which is the reprogramming. So we got the deprogramming and the reprogramming. So that feels really good, right? It's very attainable. And all you have to do is join in on Monday Manifestation, or do it by yourself on any day of the week. You could even do it on a Monday. It doesn't have to be with me. You can do deprogramming by acknowledging the old ways that don't serve you anymore, So high performance strategy, that's basically a high performance strategy by sweeping out cobwebs and replacing with a new furniture, a plant, a new lighting fixture, a statue, a painting, a picture, a book, an object. Replacing the dust with something objective, which is a dream, a goal, a manifestation, a desire, a hope. So replacing the old with the new, which is deprogram, reprogram, deprogram, reprogram. Put the shoulders back. Put the shoulders back. My dress keeps, hold on. Okay. There. Oh, so, all right. So it's late, and I have some like physical work that I have to do, which is earn a living. So sometimes I run out of breath, but hold on a second. Let me get a little sippy poo here. Little apple juice with some salt. I'm so glad to see you all here. Thank you. Most professionals operate in a state of digital burnout or physical burnt toast, literally. Reacting to pings instead of building a legacy. So always reacting to things that are bothering us, and basically we're reprogramming our brain. We don't waste our time with people that bother us, and we spend our time reprogramming, which is actually the manifestation of it all, which is actually taking action and doing different things. It's time to bridge the gap between wellness and wealth. So what's the difference? Wellness is we feel good, we're healthy, and even if we don't feel good and we're not healthy, we still have wellness because it's a part of the manifestation. We tell ourselves, I am well, I have wellness, I am well. Hi, Gary. Cheers. Okay, so then wealth is, it's being well enough to have the wealth, and it's also great, like, success, usually financial, monetary wealth, having cash. That's wealth, but there's the cat. But also successful is not just feeling successful, it's being successful, not just with money, but with wealth, with health, riches, and like being prosperous. Okay? So that's the difference between health and wealth. Wealth has to do with finances, and wellness has to do with solely yourself, your body. So let's talk about the morning again. The morning, sometimes chaotic routine with intentional rituals, okay? And we want to streamline our workflow. So the intentional ritual is, again, focus. I wake up, instead of doom scrolling, what am I doing? You know, I want you to watch my videos, but I want you to watch them. I would prefer myself watching videos when pretty much after work, unless you get some kind of gratitude or good feeling or good energy from scrolling in the morning. So you could scroll in the morning, but let's talk about another bad habit that you might have. Let's see, I'm not going to say straightening up the house because that's my ritual in the morning. So I'm not going to say that you're wasting time by doing that, because that actually gets me ready for my day when I get to straighten the house in the morning. And it also enables me to rest at night and just finally sit down, like after dinner, like I serve dinner or get dinner. Okay. All right. So that is, you know, a little bit of an example for what do you do in the morning? Do you go work out? Is that helping you? Or did you find that when you work out at night that you have like another experience? Hi, John Rose. He says, so hot. Thank you. Hi, Lonnie. So did you guys have another experience in the morning where you felt like you were wasting your time and it didn't offer you the good vibes that I told you about? So that would be something to correct and move that thing that you like to do, but you felt like it was stalling you in the morning. Move it to later in the day after you perform your high performance strategies on the very thing that it is that you are focusing on for the day. So I hope that makes sense, because there's a fine line. Like, try it and then be like, no, I got to go back to my cooking, you know, breakfast every single morning or whatever it is that you like to do, or go out to eat, or, you know, whether you take a shower like at night and then do a sponge bath in the morning, or you sponge bath in the morning or at night and sponge bath, or you take a shower in the morning and night, whatever the thing is that you like to do in the morning, then try not doing it if you suspect that it is stalling or stopping you from performing as high vibrational frequency as possible on your goal for the day, whatever that be. Whether it is a going to the park every day, that's your goal, or going to work, or going to college, or, you know, riding your ATC, you know, boating, going to the library. Did I say that already? Like, because my head's in the books lately. Learning, going to school, you know, just all the things that you have, your goals, or getting a spouse, or making new friends, or finding new places to dine, or going to art galleries, whatever it is. Hi, Justin Henry. He says, hello, gorgeous. Thank you. John, you're awesome. Thank you for saying that I'm awesome. Okay, so whatever your goal is for the day, that's your manifestation. And whatever it is you're starting your morning routine with, that is your reset. Because if you could hear this right now, and it's a little too soon to do the reset, because it should start after you get a good night's sleep. And so those are the instructions. That way you don't stress yourself out right now thinking, oh man, I got to, reset right now. No, it starts in the morning when you're fresh, the reset. It's the reprogramming because you've already deprogrammed and now it's a reprogram. So Keith, map your triggers, he says. Yes, map them. Like, where are they? And do I like them? Do they trigger me in a good way or a bad way? Am I wasting time or can I do this later because maybe I could be doing something else more productive? And then if I have energy later, then I'll do that, you know? Oh, so being your own disciplined leader with total spiritual clarity, because you're getting in touch with who you are. By the way, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And for members, thank you for joining, for being a subscriber, a member of my YouTube channel. It says join. And thanks for your comments and thanks for your views. And thank you for loving my bathtub video that I just did in my self-care Saturday. It's called Bathtub Pressure Point Ritual, I think. Yeah. Less. When I'm not doing tattoos, I try to conjure spirits because one day I'm going to find out how to transfer my soul into any vessel. That's lovely. It's a nice goal to have. Keith, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Who you truly are and what you're truly capable of. Yes and yes. Nice. I like that. That's beautiful. You always add something lovely, Keith, to the chat. Thank you. El Jadar. So nice to see you. The piano touch. Yeah. That's what the bathtub video is about. It was about doing the piano on your muscles. Go check it out, please. It's semi very viral and it's moving fast. So I highly recommend if you watch that video because it will help you prepare for some of your manifestations. It's always good to do self-care. I'm in the chat a little bit here. Okay, now let's talk about that when the stakes are high. What if there's very bad habits killing your productivity? You know, productivity meaning morning. Morning is like when you're first waking up, but productivity. And what if they're actually the keys to your next big breakthrough, actually? You know, I always go over my Bubba 23rd, damn woman, you bad as hell. Thank you, baby. Thanks. My dress is like being like a librarian right now, and I don't like the way it's fitting. I gotta fix it. Okay. So your next big breakthrough could be relying on, basically how you start your morning. So I always rake over my morning routine. I say to myself while I'm doing it, could I be doing anything different? So actually, let me just tell you a little bit about my morning routine, and maybe it could, maybe you'll get some pointers. So I literally multitask in the morning, and I have to clean out the cat's litter box unless she went in the middle of the night. And I have to make sure that I make sure my mom is alive and that she drinks some water. That's the first thing I do when I wake up. I go straight to her room. Then, somewhere in between, I'll clean the cat's litter box. That's like if she didn't go in the middle of the night, because I get up and clean it in the middle of the night. Then I'll, make breakfast, but not right away. Definitely not right away. I'll get juice. So I'll either get orange. Today I squeezed a grapefruit, and we each had about a quarter glass of freshly squeezed, really sweet, delicious grapefruit juice. And I use a hand squeezer. And so all these things I can't eliminate, right? You heard them all, and they're all, and then there is some business to attend to. So I'll go over like any emails that came in. And so while I'm like cooking the breakfast, like while I'm waiting for the bread, the oven to heat up, I'll send an email, read a text, reply, and I'll go over my daily. I have a list of things that I'm waiting for. It's called Wait For List. And I just call it WF. And so anything on that list. And so I'll check the mail. That'll remind me to check the mail, because usually it's waiting for something in the mail or waiting for a phone call. It really comes in handy, because you don't have to think about the things. I've said this in other videos, but you don't have to think about the things that you're waiting for. And it really like alleviates the stress. It really like takes all the burden and the worry and the thoughts. You don't have to constantly think about these things you're waiting for, because you have it on a wait for list. So it's your wait for list. You're waiting for a letter, and you put who it's from, and if there's anything you need to do after you get it, you can put that note right there too. So I'll probably design an app like that now. And so now that I'm trademarking that and copywriting it on May 11th, 2026 at 7:49 p.m. on a Monday, particularly Monday manifestation, and I know now I own the copyrights to that. So, and then you can also, which I will be, writing myself a letter and then dropping it in the mail to myself. And that way, if anybody says, is that your copyright, they could open it in court, because it'll be still sealed. It has to be sealed. And it'll be a letter to yourself that says, this is my copyright and I own this Wait for List app. Okay, so this helps you so much in the morning, because, and all throughout the day and in the evening too, because I had a little glass of water and I moved it. Because you don't have to think about like these things that you're like waiting for. That could be very hectic, because it's a distraction. And it's like, then you're thinking too hard about all this shit that you have to remember that you're waiting for people. It could be anything. So you're waiting for money from somebody, for a loan or a gift, or you're waiting for, or a job you did, that has to go on its own thing too. You should get paid on the spot, or even half up front, or the whole thing up front. But, anything you're waiting for, a letter, an email, a health insurance thing, a freaking, it doesn't have to be immediately you're waiting for. Anything from like tomorrow on. If it's a lot for today too, then you should have a list that has the things you're waiting for the day. But if it's just one thing, like a pizza's on the way, then no. If you're waiting for a grocery delivery, or, something from a food delivery, then no, you don't really have to write that down. But if it's something you're waiting for, a letter, a phone call, or anything, so this will help you manifest your next productivity. And in the morning, you won't be going, what was that I have to do anymore? And so anything, I suggest combing over your morning routine starting the next time you wake up from your sleep, and asking yourself, can I move anything until later? Because if this thing is sort of distracting me from what this thing that I want to do that I haven't accomplished yet, then it might be a good idea to take things that aren't related to it. Like I multitask, I do everything in the morning, whatever needs to be done. And at night too. Like I started writing the title of this video of the message that I wanted to get across last night. And then I edited it like 4 times after going into my YouTube inspiration tab and putting it in there, and then realizing that there's much more relatable titles, and then I changed it again, and then one more time after I went back to it again. And the thumbnail I made right before this. Hello, Patrick. Jesus, fine cougar, or Jesus. Top-notch cougar. Wow. Okay. So focus is the ultimate currency. Thanks, Anthony. Somebody said tattoos could be a bad habit, but I told them that they could be to them. It's whatever your bad habit is, that is the bad habit. Side my hair. Like that. How are you, Vinod? Nice to see you. Let's see. Okay, anything else that I want to talk about? Because I don't want to confuse the subjects. This dress, it needs like, I need to like rip it a little or something, like right here, or like put a pin, because I don't like how it rides up to my neck. All right, so put your shoulders back and raise up the arms. Okay, take a deep breath. Any bad habit that you know you have, just acknowledge it right now, because you'll save yourself doing it tomorrow. Hi, Michael. Just reach. Michael says, oh, yes. See, I got people who are in a good mood. Okay, I know what my bad habits are, and I acknowledge them, and I choose to deprogram them and reprogram my schedule, right? Because if you got the Wait For app that I'm designing, and then you have your things that you're waiting for, so anything that you're doing that day should go on a calendar. And I'll tell you why. Like if you throw the Wait For thing on the list and then it happens today, then you won't be able to easily take it off your Wait For app, because you have to go into the app instead of just mark it on the calendar. But also I put it on the calendar because, for instance, if the letter doesn't show today and it had to for some legal reason, then definitely you'll have it right in front of you. That's why I put it on the calendar. So, but the Wait For app will also have a calendar built in. And basically the Wait For app will be compatible with your calendars also. And that way you don't have to like take brain space. So I'm not really talking about like someone's coming to town. I would just say put that on your calendar, because you don't want to forget that person's coming to town. I'm talking about things that you have to wait for, okay? Like a phone call or somebody to approve an application. So you don't know when you're going to get those things, right? So it would go on the Wait For list, because when it does come, you could open the app and just, you could either like unhighlight it or check it or make it a color. That means it's been accomplished or finished or done, or you could just delete it. I just delete mine because I had to wait for it and I got it and now it's done. So I take it off. But it would be handy to have the app, because maybe one day you want to refer to an event, chain of events. And thank you for your compliments, lovely people. I love you so much. So then you're already accomplishing manifesting by taking action on the things that you want to do, right? I'm gonna get the water. Thanks for waiting for like 10 seconds. I'll make it fast. While you're doing those things, while you're doing the things that you're doing now without the things that you got rid of that you thought were bad habits. You'll be replacing with other things. Hi, J Gutta 318. Thank you. Thank you for being a member of my YouTube channel. You're very kind and lovely, and I love you. Thank you for sticking this out with me. Appreciate you. This YouTube career, it's so fun. All right, so shoulders back. Okay, so while you're replacing the things that you'll no longer be doing, you will be doing something else, whether it's sleep or something else, tennis, whatever it is, cooking, art, job, more work at the more jobs, more work, more hours, right? Taking on more projects. The things that you'll be doing to replace the bad habit will be the manifestation, because you will walk the walk. You will be doing other things, So that's the reprogramming, because while you're doing other things, you're concentrating on what you're doing. You don't even, the manifestation, you could say right now, I'm going to stop these bad habits, and then I'm going to see what it is that I want to do, or I want to do more of something. But you aren't doing it until you actually stop the bad habit, and then you are manifesting something else by doing it. Walking the walk, not just talking the talk. Great. So once you realize that you're doing something that is destructive to your productivity and your high performance strategies, then, because you already know, but once you really realize and you make up your mind, like, hey, this goes against what I like, then that is when you will stop that thing. That could be the bad habit right there. So so basically stop letting devices manage my schedule. Stop letting bad habits, and they call them vices too, to take over my energy, my schedule, and start manifesting, start mastering the energetic shift required for elite performance. Start mastering the shift, the spiritual reset. Doesn't even have to be spiritual. If you don't want to be spiritual, it's a energetic reset, to conversion. You're converting your old ways, old habits with new ways, high frequency, high vibrational, strategic movements, going to work more, studying more, socializing more, all these things that will improve your life. Okay, so that is where I'm going to wrap it up today, because also the audience shifted. I noticed I had I'm sure there's still a lot of really nice people in here, some people that subscribe to my channel, but then some mean people came in, and I've been on for about 39 minutes. So I felt really good energy coming in through the chat for the most part. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being with me. J Gutta 318. I hate that your Facebook is hacked, but I love that you're continuing on YouTube. Exactly, baby. Woo! Right? I love that. I hate that, and I love it. And I love your comment. Thank you. Thank you for being so compassionate and for acknowledging, receiving my life, facts of my life, and supporting me through this hard time. because they are promising things and they're not really coming through. But one thing they did say is that they removed the hackers. Okay. So I'm making a public announcement. Facebook has removed the hackers. That's why you see on my Facebook page and post about a year of posts that I did not put. All disgusting effing shit. Is so morbid, the shit they posted, and it's disgusting, and they have damaged my reputation to a certain extent. Except the real people that know me know that I didn't post that, and they know that that's not me. So I appreciate you for hearing my Facebook hack story. I always have to go and defend myself because I'm not the one that posted that on my brand. Thank you very much. I did not post anything on Facebook within a year, and it's illegal for the hacker. So I wonder as to what extent that they have been caught, because I had the FBI involved. So I'm not sure if they got caught and prosecuted. I hope so, because they broke the law, several laws with my brand, and stole my identity. Bottom line, but I'm still here. It's the real me. I'm Corin. And thank you. Thank you, Shanti. Oh, you're so nice. Thanks, Shanti. Gary, woo! Thank you. You're laughing your ass off? That's good. It's good to laugh. Basically, it's not funny what happened to me, but you could be laughing at something else, and that's fine. Or if you're laughing at my story, I don't care. Because this was like very disheartening. Just imagine if you own a garden company and someone like took off in your van and your gardening van and stole your online ads and now was operating as you. So how would you feel? Jay Gutta 318. Yeah, I hate, but I know you still are pushing through. Oh, and that's why you support me. Thank you on my members group on YouTube. Because you see that I am giving it my all. Jesus, thank you for saying that's fucked up. See, now people can relate, you know what I mean? Like I like put it in their shoes, you know? Or imagine like, let's say you're a movie producer and someone made a movie and they put your production name in the credits, right? When you've never heard of this, it wasn't your movie, you don't have anything to do with the project. It would be like that. You know, it's bad. Like somebody's like, they're endorsing their bullshit with your brand. And then they kept my picture. Like it would be one thing if they would have changed the picture. Because now it's like whoever sees it, whoever the 320, it was pushing 330,000 Facebook followers. So they would have all like still thought that my posts were trash because the hacker was putting bullshit. But the new people who would see the brand, at least they would see Corin Virtual Coach, but they wouldn't see my face. So they might have thought someone just stole, but then they would see all my videos that are there too. So basically they damaged my reputation, and I'm still not done with, you know, the legal stuff that I have to do. You know, like I'm done for now. I'm taking a break, but I might reopen the case, but this time in a civil lawsuit. So, yeah, and I could do that. You know what I mean? And as long as the page is up, I could do it because the statute of limitations timing is from the time the page got taken down, not from, because right now it's live on the air, you know, on Facebook. There's nobody live, but the content is watchable. It's right there. So there is no statute of limitation until they delete the page. If they were to delete the page, then it would be the my state statute, because I'm not in, Menlo Park, California. So we want to master energetic shift requiring elite performance. So when that happens to me, I shift over into YouTube and I became good at shifting. Thanks for noticing. Because I don't wake up creating content for YouTube anymore. Facebook. See, I'm shifting so hard on YouTube that now that's all I can think of is YouTube. So I don't do any other content for any other company because YouTube is the #1 platform to create for, to be a content creator and to be a YouTube partner. Definitely #1, they're fair, they're transparent, and there's more opportunity. How many billion users and how many channels are there? Millions. And we're talking triple digit millions. And how many viewers and how many live viewers, how many live video viewers? So I Googled these questions because I'm fascinated by YouTube. And I'm so blessed to be a part of the YouTube creator partnership. Jesus, you're in Cali. Nice. Gary, amen. Yes, I feel great. I feel great. YouTube. I'm not even going to teach anymore because my manifestation is YouTube and your manifestation is, please put it in the comments. Jay, got a 318. Your page is my happy place. You have content for days. Thank you. My YouTube channel. Yeah, my Facebook page is there. You can find content that I didn't do on my Facebook channel, by the way. But I don't even want you to go there because there's so much ugliness of posts that were done by the hackers that I don't even want you to see it. But most of the content I did on Facebook, I would upload to YouTube. Now I only create for YouTube. And that's by choice. Even if they give me my page back, I'll go over there and round up the crowd and tell everybody what happened and just cry with everybody for a moment because people miss me and people hate what happened to me. I probably will end up crying a little bit because it'll be a moment because I can reconnect with people. But basically, if they don't give me the page, then I won't. I think they let me try to post and I'm not sure. It was for fans only, which was, they call it biggest top fans on Facebook. So if you're a top fan and you see a post to me recently in the past month, because the hacker was stopped in January, I think, or February. So if you see a post that has, I think, a reel of my garden, then let me know in the comments or comment in any one of my videos. Because the hacker has me blocked and I can't see my Facebook page. And I'm not a top fan. So even if I logged in from another phone, I still can't see because I'm not a top, anybody who's a top fan, please go to my Facebook page and just ignore all the bullshit and just see if there's a little reel like a month or two ago of my garden and it has a little story that I wrote. Vegas rules. How are you? Are you an actress? Yes, I am. Thanks for asking. Right now I'm acting on this dress that keeps, I hate this right now. Okay, there. All right. Whew. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock after, and I'm hungry, and I want to recap really quick. Start in the morning after I sleep. Doesn't have to be the morning because people work at night, but start when you wake up. Analyze any bad habits, start getting them ready now, see them, acknowledge them, and face them, and replace them with energetic frequencies, with high stakes, because your time is high stakes, high performance on your schedule and your to-do lists. Moving around things that you do possibly that you do in the morning, you might be able to do at night. And if you're too tired at night, then it wasn't as important. Basically, really honing in and focusing on what needs to be done. I'm not saying, stop scrolling the internet, because that would be like me. I will never stop scrolling the internet, but that's because it's my profession. I'm always analyzing. I love it. It's a hobby. Social media is a hobby that I turned into a influencer career. And then somebody asked, Vegas Rules, are you an actress? Yes, that kind of led me into wanting to be in front of the camera. The dress, okay, so I like the dress, okay? It's really cute, actually, It's just, maybe it's this pillow, but it keeps riding up my neck. So I'm like, okay, pull it down there. All right. What else? Okay, so focusing in, but then doing the thing. Okay, for instance, if you're looking for another job, like maybe go by the place and check it out and see what kind of energy you get. Instead of the thing that you're wasting your time on, that you know that you're wasting your time on, do something else, right? Okay? That's what I'm saying. Therefore, you will manifest this thing, this new desire, because you may drive by 10 things and be like, oh man, I don't like the way that made me feel. Like, for instance, there was a house that I wanted to buy, and it was about 1.5 years ago. And I said, Mom, let's drive by. So I drove by, and there was this really loud truck. I mean, he was drag racing down kind of a residential street. So at first I was like, oh, that's no big deal. It's probably a one at a time thing. And then a few seconds later, I realized, and I told her, you know what? F this. That guy probably does it 6 times a day. We're going to hear that. Like, it's only a few blocks away. And so also it was the energy around there, and also the energy around the house. I always go, if I'm going to buy a house, I sit outside the house for like 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes I'll go back a few times. And I don't like the energy. That's why it took me 2.5 years to buy this house, because it's so peaceful out there and quiet and away from the main streets. Okay, so then you could find what you like, and then you will be reprogramming with the manifestation of actually doing the physical work. Isn't that badass? It's perfect. So now you have something to look forward to, right? Tomorrow morning or after your sleep. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. If anybody else wants to comment, feel free. Please feel free. I love you. I'm doing the dress a favor. Thank you. That's cute. That's a compliment. That means I'm cuter than the dress. But the dress is very cute. Actually, I went totally viral in this dress. I have a YouTube video called Claiming My New Land, or Accepting, something like that. I'm surprised I don't know the title, because it always shows up as one of my top performers. I hear a noise. It's okay. Anyway, it's not reclaiming my new land, because it might be because I just moved in and I never really stepped outside and just sat. So it's something about accepting my new land. Here, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it because I have to now. Just go to content. Go to go to analytics, and then go to, wow, woo, your hard work paid off. YouTube said publishing more helped your channel get 1,868, wait, it's easy to say 1,800 or 80,000 because there's so many views, but 816% more views than usual. All right, my channel is averaging 250,000 views a month, but it got up to 500,000 2 weeks ago. And my watch time is several thousand, and I gained about 700 subscribers. It's about 482 more than for months. I've been really climbing. And then my estimated revenue is, it went down a little. It like more than quadrupled last month, and then it went down to half of that. You're outside enjoying it? Nice. So my YouTube channel is, let's see if we can go to content. I want to tell you the title of the video. You know what's neat? My top videos is, it says top live streams, but I'm looking for top here. My top live stream is the release muscle tension soreness with lymphatic drainage. I did that like a month ago. I don't know. And then my second one, which is climbing, it'll surpass that one because it's moving faster, is my bathtub video that has almost, I think, 35,000 views. I did it 2 days ago. So that's going to go to my top live stream. And now the other one was also live, but I did it for Facebook, so it's considered a video because I uploaded the, so we're going to go to the top. I uploaded the video, and yeah, acknowledging and receiving my new land. That's right. I wore this dress, but it got demonetized because they said that it was see-through, and I know that it's not. It might have been the way the sun hit it. And my first top video is stretcherizing the legs. Acknowledging receiving is the second one. Stretcherizing the legs used to be, but now it went to the top of the top videos. So remember, there's live and then there's pre-recorded. And also a live recording could be pre-recorded because you just uploaded the recording. Then I got grounding floor stretcher sizes, which was up there above the stretcherizing the legs. It's now number 1, but it moved below to 4th. It's like a horse race, actually. And then you got I work out in the tub, which came up from 5th or 6th and made it to 3rd. So it's kind of interesting. I love watching my top videos because it really helps me understand what my audience is watching, what they want to see more of, because if they're watching it, then they like it. So I try to stick with that. Like, let me see, I'll tell you an example. If this video is relevant to any of that, besides just that I'm wearing that dress. It's relevant to another video, grounding floor stretcher sizes, because it has a baby blue dress. But as far as, let's go back to the live, because as far as being close up, because now I'm on the video section, it's sort of close up, like workout in the tub and grounding floor stretcher sizes. It's sort of close up, but those are both sitting, so that would be something. And we got live again, and we're gonna, because this is a live that will be an upload. True North, I will answer your question in a minute for sure. Actually, I'll do a video on your subject, caring for the teeth and mouth and lips. I will. I do have a lot to say about that. So right now, I would just, in a nutshell, make sure you brush up, down with non-fluoride toothpaste, and rinse with lukewarm water, and also gargle the throat. Make sure you brush the tongue down from all the way back. It looks white, but I was having salt, but it's not. I have the cleanest tongue in the West. And then we have, let's see, the top live stream. Oh, and then don't forget to use dental floss every day on every single tooth, including the back, all the way in the back because it's connected to the gum. And rinse after the dental floss, and also wash the toothbrush, wash the cup, and wash your hands every time after any of that. All right, so I hope that helps you, because I will do a whole video on it. I might have already done, no, I didn't do a full video. I've talked about brushing your teeth. Okay, so anything I'm doing right now that relates to my top live streams, because the top live streams is the releasing muscle tension. Yes, it is, and I thought about that, and that's a big reason why I am doing a close-up tonight, because A, it's easier for me to chat. I can look at my outline that I wrote, and then I can look at my stats if I need to, but also not really look at my stats while I'm performing live, but you know, it's easy to do that right now. But basically, just to have my outline on my computer so I can glance over and make sure I'm not missing anything, because I take this seriously. And then also anything that I had in common, which was the #1 top live stream, sitting down at my vanity, and that was releasing muscle tension soreness. And then bathtub also, I'm sitting, and it has to do with revival, which is reprogramming. And then you have seeking the direction to find the path. That was also sitting on the couch. Grounding, floor exercises, sitting on the floor, and allow the cascading stream of abundance. Those all are, they're relative. Hi. Somebody said, hi, mommy. It's okay if you want me to pretend to be your mommy, because I don't want you to feel lonely. Some people need a mommy. Happy Monday evening, Husafal. Just scrolling around. That's good. Did you do your most productive thing first before you scrolled? That's the question. Or does scrolling help you get in the mood or get the energy or give you that rest in between to do the things that you need to do? Remember that too. Hey, everybody. Great. So, I think what's next for today? I do a little bit of editing. I jump in the members group because I haven't said hi in a minute. And I had a member email me, be like, are you on pause because you haven't done any members? No, I was taking a break. So, but today I'm going back right now. I'm going to end this video. Monday manifestation. Let's go. Woo! Are you manifesting your dreams? Are you doing the thing? I love you. Big hug. And a kiss. Mwah. I'll see you in the